In the heart of the Renaissance, one man saw the future. Leonardo da Vinci, the master artist, scientist, and inventor, left behind a legacy that continues to baffle and inspire us. But beyond the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper lies a more enigmatic inheritance, his notebooks. Thousands of pages filled with sketches, theories, and inventions so far ahead of their time, they seemed like whispers from another world. And among these legends speak of a single, forbidden notebook, a volume so dangerous, so revolutionary, that Leonardo himself decreed it should never be found. What secrets could be so profound that the greatest mind of the Renaissance wanted them buried forever? Was it a weapon of unimaginable power? A revelation that could shatter the foundations of religion and society? Or was it something even more personal? This is the story of that search, a journey into the mind of a genius, to uncover the truth behind Leonardo's lost masterpiece. To understand the legend, we must first understand the man. Leonardo wasn't just an artist. He was a relentless observer of nature. He documented everything. His notebooks are a dazzling labyrinth of thought, covering anatomy, botany, engineering, and flight. He designed flying machines, armored tanks, and diving suits centuries before they became reality. His studies of the human body were so precise, so detailed, that they were considered scandalous in his time. He dissected dozens of human and animal corpses, often in secret, to understand the mechanics of life itself. This obsessive quest for knowledge put him at odds with the powerful institutions of his day, particularly the church. His empirical approach, his belief in observation over dogma, was a quiet rebellion. He wrote in a peculiar mirror script, from right to left, a practice many believed was a way to keep his radical ideas from prying eyes. Was this just a quirk of a left-handed genius, or a deliberate act of concealment? The legend of the Forbidden Notebook suggests it was the latter. It proposes that Leonardo consolidated his most dangerous findings into a single volume. Imagine a book containing the complete uncensored blueprint of human anatomy, challenging religious doctrines about the soul, picture detailed plans for war machines that could give any ruler absolute power. Or what if it held his philosophical musings on the universe, questioning humanity's place in a cosmos far grander and more indifferent than anyone dared to imagine? The story gained traction over centuries, fueled by the mysterious fate of Leonardo's actual collection. After his death in 1519, he bequeathed his vast archive of manuscripts to his loyal student, Francesco Melzi. Melzi treasured them, organizing the scattered pages into volumes. But after Melzi's death, the collection was tragically broken up. Pages were sold, stolen, and scattered across Europe. Some were bound into new collections by collectors who didn't understand their value, while others simply vanished. It was during this chaotic dispersal that the idea of a single, supremely important lost notebook took hold. One of the most compelling candidates for this legendary volume is a collection we now know as the Codex. Leicester, purchased by Bill Gates in 1994 for over $30 million. This manuscript is a testament to Leonardo's brilliance. It's filled with his theories on water, hydrodynamics, and cosmology. He correctly theorized that fossils were the remains of extinct creatures and that the moon's light was reflected sunlight. These ideas were revolutionary, bordering on heretical for the 16th century. While it contains no doomsday devices, the sheer intellectual power within the Codex Leicester shows us just how radical Leonardo's thinking was. It gives us a glimpse of the kind of knowledge he might have deemed too dangerous to share. But what if the forbidden knowledge wasn't about science or war at all? What if it was deeply personal? Leonardo was a man of many secrets. He was an illegitimate child, a vegetarian in a Mediterranean world, and a famously private individual. He was even publicly accused of sodomy as a young man in Florence, an event that must have deeply impacted him. Some historians speculate that the Forbidden Notebook might have been a personal diary, a chronicle of his private life, his loves, his fears, and his struggles against the conventions of his time. In an era where deviation from the norm could lead to ruin or death, a journal of his innermost self would have been the most dangerous document of all. So, where does the truth lie? Did a forbidden notebook ever truly exist? The consensus among most historians is probably not. There is no direct historical evidence, no mention in Leonardo's own writings or those of his contemporaries, of a single, intentionally hidden volume. The legend seems to be a romantic myth, born from the fragmentation of his real work and our own fascination with his genius. We want to believe in a final, ultimate secret because Leonardo's mind seems so limitless. However, the Forbidden Notebook isn't a physical object. It's a metaphor. The real Forbidden Notebook is Leonardo's entire body of work, scattered and reassembled over 5 centuries. His true secret wasn't a single formula or invention, but a way of thinking, a philosophy of relentless curiosity, of questioning everything, and of seeing the profound connections between art and science, humanity and nature. His most forbidden ideas were not hidden in one book, but spread across thousands of pages. The idea that man could fly. The concept that the earth was not the center of the universe. The understanding that the human body was a beautiful biological machine. These were the true revolutions. In his time, this way of seeing the world was dangerous. It challenged authority, tradition, and faith. Leonardo's legacy teaches us that knowledge itself can be seen as forbidden when it pushes the boundaries of its era. The search for his lost notebook is, in a way, a search for our own potential. It reminds us that the greatest discoveries often lie just beyond the edge of what we think is possible. The story of the Forbidden Notebook isn't one of failure, but one of profound success. The fact that we have recovered so much of his work, like the magnificent Codex Atlanticus or the Windsor collection, is a miracle. Each page is a piece of the puzzle, a fragment of that forbidden knowledge that Leonardo gifted to the future. He may not have left us a single secret-filled book, but he left us something far more valuable, a roadmap for how to think like a genius, and that is a secret worth uncovering. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the mind of a master. No. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of our next deep dive into history's greatest mysteries. See you next time.